I just, Chase. Everybody's ready but me. Chase just popped into the chat with his $9.99. Thank you so much, Chase, man. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Marty.
We're good.
Okay, I'm going to say one more name since I said, hey, Julia. Okay. Hey, friends. Happy Wednesday, Friends Day. I'm so excited you're here with me tonight. I am going to paint poppies on a 20 by 20 inch canvas from Michaels. It's 1.5 inches thick. Just kind of give you a little peek at the back. I bought them online at Michaels because they had a sale of some sort. It was quite a while ago. And if I bought 6 of them, it was really cheap and they shipped them to my house. So that was pretty cool. What else do I want to say? Oh, reference photo for this. You can search unsplash.com, pixabay.com for Poppy. Oh, I have picture in picture here. Poppy reference photos. I just like this one because it has the tangle of all the little buds. Buds. But I'm going in a much bigger direction than those flowers. Those look like little poppies, or I'm not sure what even the buds are little. I think it's at a distance and they cropped in. Let's see what else. Oh, I'm also using this painting. Oh, so the reference photo is linked in this video's description. I painted this a couple years ago, I think. I called it Party Poppies.
Yeah.
And so I'm using that because I like some of the shapes of the poppies I painted.
I like the purple in there.
And I like the purple in there. Hopefully I'll remember. If I keep saying I might remember. Oops. I'm trying to get back to the live. What else? I painted the background ahead of time because sorry, my head keeps going in there. Because it took me about 2 hours. And I used this little 1-inch cheap brush. It came in a pack from Blick Art Materials because I wanted sort of leafy strokes. Mm-hmm. And then I did the sky first, which is more on the same direction. And then these leaves kind of changed direction a little bit. I'm going to mess with it some more. But basically I'm thinking dark corner, light corner, lighter corner, but generally it's lighter to darker going that way. Mm-hmm. So those are pretty much my thoughts. I started drawing a few poppies on. This one's on a third, just sort of, and that one's on a third, just to help get me going. Okay, Emily, I don't know how much you want to zoom in because I'm going to draw some more poppies, so I will be all over the canvas.
Okay, I'm going to wrap the cords around here first.
When I start painting, I'll let you know. Well, hopefully I'll let you know, and I'll work on the top left. So I'll show you my palette for the background. I'm using Liquitex. Oh, that's my other palette. I am using Liquitex paints. I have for a long time now.
We'll sit like that, and then once you paint, we'll move in.
Okay. Just because you get used to paints, how they work, I don't have to think as much. Nothing wrong with other brands. There's a lot of great brands out there. Oops, is that okay? I saw the cords going.
It was me.
Okay, so for the back, I have Cad Yellow Medium Hue, Phthalo Blue Green Shade, Mars Black, and Titanium White. So this is a lot of Cad Yellow, a little Mars Black. Boy, I could have tossed a little blue in there because I tend to make puddles, but it makes a nice warm olive green. The sky is pretty much half Phthalo Blue Green Shade, half Mars Black, and some white. And then I made a grayer, pulled some out, put some white in it, put some black in it for a grayer version. And then a lot of times I'll just mix puddles just to vary my colors. So here's kind of the grayer blue, where this is more my mixed, more this color right here. A lot of times, I don't say this a lot. A lot of times I'll mix a darker puddle of color than I need, and I can just add white to it or yellow as needed and lighten it up. Okay, I think so that's that palette. I'm going to save it in case I need it, but there wasn't a ton of room for more mixing, so I'm starting a new palette. I'm just misting it with water because it's been a few days. Stick it back in my gallon baggie. Okay. I'm aiming to make this a two-parter, so I should get moving here. Emily, I'm going to do one more palette.
Yeah, you're good.
And then that'll set the table. And this palette I'm going to leave open. So same colors. They have a blue-green shade, but now I've added here. It's always better if I do this. Quinacridone Magenta, Cad Yellow Medium Hue, Titanium White, Mars Black. So I mixed a yellow with a little bit of black, and then I pulled some of this color out, put some blue in it, and it made a much greener. That's almost like a grass green. It might be too green. That's okay. And I pre-mixed a red-orange just to get things moving, because we'll get that far tonight, I think. Okay, and that sets the table.
Cool.
I know, I have paused. I'm going to draw poppies. Yeah, I've got two, but I'm going to draw some more on.
Okay, that was perfect. So I'm finishing a stitch.
Oh, I can take a drink and keep talking.
Let's see here. Tonight in the chat, Chase was first.
He was early.
Chase was first with his 989 and his little goat emoji. We also have Deborah, Marty, Julia, and let's see. Marty also said, love the colors, smiley face.
Oh, thanks. I'm using primary colors.
Oh, sorry. No, you go.
Oh, no. I mean, I did it a fair amount as you go back in the YouTube years. But boy, I use them a lot now. It's just so easy and convenient. Mix whatever you want. Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, and 9 other friends.
Hey,
9 other
friends. Thanks for joining me tonight.
10 other friends.
Okay, so I need to think. I thought this was going to be an easy decision, but my brain isn't there. I'm looking back at my painting that I showed, you know, for ideas, for poppy shapes. Although that one has a lot more up here, and they're more like this shape. I hope you can see that. I'm using a white General's charcoal pencil. This one's open because it's down lower. So where should the third one go? It could go here, but then I've got them diagonal. So how do you know where to start? I didn't, so I put a big one down low on a third and a big one up high on a third, which I mentioned earlier. Maybe it kind of goes, that's funny, usually I don't have so much trouble. Oh, the other thing I'm thinking of is like, this could be an 8x8 because I'm doing these poppies quite large. Whereas on this 20x20 painting, the poppies are smaller. Just to mix it up. Okay. I suppose it kind of goes here, here, or here. Could go almost dead center. I don't want to do that though. Let's make a decision. I'm just going to put an oval there and kind of start working with it and then figure out what kind of shape I want it to have. Maybe it should be kind of open. Because I'm going to have smaller ones, I think, that aren't. I don't know. I overthink it. Okay, let's maybe kind of cereal bowl it, if I can. And then a lot of times I don't get it big enough, so I keep, like this one, I don't know if you can see all those lines, but it got bigger and bigger and bigger. I just kept making it bigger. Okay, so... All right, so if it goes, maybe if we have it kind of come, okay, there. Now I've got kind of a shape, a very wonky cereal bowl. What I like is I painted this a day or two ago, so I can take a kneaded eraser and it'll come up better. Sometimes over time the chalk pastel gets stuck on the acrylic because the acrylic isn't cured, even though it's dry to the touch. Or I could take water and wash it off much more easily. Maybe I want to flare it out a little bit. I'm just trying to think random. And it'll change when I paint it too. So I get into the weeds and I don't always need to.
You're trying to be planned about random.
Yeah. Yes. Sounds funny. Here, maybe. And I don't need to worry about it too much. I keep telling myself that and I keep worrying. I'm gonna grab a black charcoal pencil, maybe help myself with a center. Oh, I was gonna remind myself we want purple, I think, but I was telling Emily before the live stream that I was aiming for a more muted painting. And this isn't. Sometimes you just, part of what makes your paintings your paintings. I think actually that's pretty decent. Oh, I lined them up.
Oh,
I said I didn't want to do that. We can fix it.
Will it feel less lined up?
I'll put some more on.
Yeah, if you have like some tall buddies and stuff.
Yeah, but I said, oh, don't do that, and then I didn't pull this one down enough. Well.
Oh, I'm operating this.
I went up, I grew up. My flower got bigger towards the top rather than the bottom. I'm just a little concerned about getting this done. It still lines up. Let's do this. Kind of changing it. I can't see that. I wonder if they can see it. I should go back to the live. Oops, I'm scrolling through photos rather than going to the live. Oh, you can kind of see it.
Are you saying the draw, like if they can see the charcoal? Oh yeah, yeah, I see it well enough. I see you.
That looks more like a rose. Yeah, moving it down didn't really help. Let's just leave it. Maybe it helped a little. So I don't always do it, and I'm gonna have enough flowers, it'll be okay. But odds, just like in flower arranging, or maybe, is it in interior design too? Emily, odds work well together. Mm-hmm. 3, 5, 7s. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my painting. Yeah, we'll do this. Maybe we'll tuck these 3 kind of, still can't see it. Kind of like, kind of make a triangle shape. So I can have 1, 2, 3. That'll help. Maybe I'll, I keep switching pencils. Okay, if I stop talking, probably this will go a little bit better. Kind of go into art brain a little bit more. Kind of bring that one closer to this one. Actually, I could bring this one a little closer. Okay, I think that helps. Now I don't know if I need to put in a bunch of small ones yet. I have 4 main players, which I'm not thrilled about the number 4, but I think I don't like the background, but I'm already liking it a bit better now that I have some bigger flowers on it. That happens to me all the time. Mm-hmm. And I used to fix my backgrounds. Like today when I looked at this, I'm like, oh, I want to put more layers and juice on the background. I'm like, just wait, because I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it when I add stems and little things that might be growing in there. Okay. Focus on painting.
Yeah, Susie says, I love the background, which I agree. I think this is one of my favorite backgrounds in a minute. I really like it. It feels it feels like your background, but a little different too.
Yeah, it has more motion.
Yeah.
I am going to straighten it out a little bit. Like, okay, so then I'll put here. So I overdo this. I don't think it's bad or wrong, but like everything's already kind of leaning into the painting. Just like how I have darker corners. This corner isn't, but you'll notice in my paintings, this may change over time, but I tend to lean most things in towards the painting to keep the viewer in the painting. And you don't need to do it that much. Oh, here, you know what might be good? A lot of times I don't have a big flower going off the painting, but that'll also help. Of course, we've got 3. Maybe we'll put it over here. No, what shape? That's where I like a reference photo.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll just kind of repeat that shape. And I'm going to have it looking off the painting.
Less thinking, honestly, about your initial roadmap, because you already got one. The reference photo
Yes.
has.
Well, or like, how does a bud look? Or does my, you know, you don't have to get it just right, but like, how could I do a petal different? Although I think maybe that's the one reference photo I linked isn't the best. Here, let's do this. Kind of make it just completely from the underside. Oh, maybe we want it bigger. I need to keep in mind, like my paint trees and pretty much everything, but pet portraits, the image grows on me.
Yeah.
Gets bigger, especially trees. I tend to grow my trees. Here, we'll put a little, he's looking that way, but then my brain goes, let's have this petal, you know, directing you that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna draw him over on the side so I don't forget about him. Okay, there. I think I like that. Now I've got 5 main players. So I'm hoping, boy, I'm wearing that down. I might need to have Emily get the sharpener.
Yeah, do you need it? The blue one on your table?
Actually, I've got a piece of chalk I could just use. I don't really need a pencil.
Okay.
So now I'm thinking, let's get it closer. You could have them overlap too. Oh, I like that now. So I have 2 and 3 is how I'm seeing it. Now somebody who sees the painting at the gallery might not see that. Might not see it that way. Okay, cool. Now I feel better. All that little bit of stress for, you know. But that happens to me through the whole time. I am, okay, what subject do I want to do? Okay. You know, let me find a reference photo. You know, okay. It's kind of not like super stressful, but I just have these like moments of, now I'm getting into the drawing.
It's kind of like
kind of fun.
It's kind of like when you're like baking or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're at the point of like you're mixing all the ingredients, so it's the part you kind of have to think more.
Yep.
And then once you're settled, you're kind of rolling the dough, and then you gotta just bake them, or something if you're baking cookies.
Well, for me, it's like, okay, 1/3 cup. Don't.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Oh, I'll grab the wrong one, or I'll flip it, or.
Well, or like it calls for 2 cups and like 2 3/4 cup or whatever. And I think there's one cookie recipe that I like that calls for that. And so I measure 2 3/4 cups out with a 1/4 cup.
Yeah.
And so like half the time I always, to try and not dirty a 1 cup, like, so I just work off the 1/4 cup, but I always end up dirtying the 1 cup because I'm like, oh crap, I lost count of my numbers.
Yep. I do that. So I was going to line it up, but then I brought that one up higher. Let me bring it up a little higher. There's a word for like you create tension when you run it off the edge. I can't remember all the arty terms. Oh, I'm like, now I've got, so it's interesting, and I do this a lot. I don't know if it's just kind of like when you shoot free throws and you practice and you get in a rhythm, but I've got kind of a nice flow going. Not completely. Like, oh, I've done that many times before. I think I'm going to paint stems and flowers. I don't know what, I think it's time because I'm not sure exactly where I want everything else yet. And I'm going to have I'll have little faded flowers. I'll have more, here, I kind of want to run a bud up here, I think. We could just have a stem. I don't know if Poppies do that. Where's my reference photo? Whoops. I'm so bad with my iPad. Oh, we could have a little one. Like a little, okay, let's, you can line, if you get enough items, you don't need to worry about how it lines up. So that's kind of a stop when you have a straight like that. That makes me want to kind of put one. Okay. Okay, let's paint. So I get in trouble with reds and yellows after, I should figure out how long I've been acrylic painting, or even with watercolor painting, I don't know. And with watercolor painting, we're definitely into a decade or more.
Wow.
Because I started art licensing actually quite a while ago now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna paint, I'm gonna mix a brown. I'm gonna paint whites and browns to help cover, especially down here. All right, I'm gonna work on these 3 flowers on the left just for zoom and visibility sake for our friends.
Yeah.
Do we want to move the camera?
Oh yes. I just realized you've been art licensing at least
I don't know.
12, 11 years.
Oh, at least.
No.
So
like,
I went to
not at least. Yeah.
Oh,
because, I guess at least because I'm pegging like the Surtex. I was 16 or I had just turned 17, I think.
Oh,
the first one you went to.
Okay, maybe you're right.
When we went as.
I was like 48, I think, when we went to Surtex. I'm 61.
I can't really.
Oh, can't. I was going to work on these 3.
Oh, those 3. Okay, I hear you. I wasn't hearing you.
Does it help if we, and it puts them to sleep if I keep doing that?
Well, and then I'm like shaking it and.
You're getting sleepy. I'm going to mix a brown. Here.
Are you going to do the stem?
I'm going to work on the flowers.
Okay, good. I have the flowies in there.
I will, I'll look at this. I'll go back to the live stream. So to darken a red, you could use the magenta, you could use a purple, you could use a brown. They'll all work. I tend to really mix my paintings because it just calms me down. You don't need to mix them as well as I do. I got a 1-inch flat. Let's try it. Okay, let me get it a little bit wet. Something, oh, where's my light coming from? I usually do from over here. That started more when I was painting collections, for art collections for licensing. So like they could use them together because the light source was coming from the same place. And I don't know if I need to do this, especially up here, but whoops, I might want a slightly smaller brush because I want to go thinner. So I'm going to get rid of, oh, that was a 1-inch from Low Cornell. This is a 3/4 inch from Royal and Langnickel. And I'm going to grab a little water too, just in the corner of the brush. Oh, see, now it's really thin. I haven't used up a half an hour already, have I?
Just about.
Wow.
You're at 24.
I'm using brown. I mean, you could use purple, and as I mentioned, quinacridone. They keep them warmer, just cause.
Oh, I need to push it up a little higher.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Just cause, just to make a decision.
Or at least on my laptop, it was looking a little low.
Okay. I don't have the, oh, I do have the stream going up in the corner.
Just a little bit, or.
So I might be making extra work for myself, or I might be making it easier. You can let some blue show through. So I made that edge darker so I can make this edge. Oh, my light's coming from over there. Oh yeah, no, that works. I got confused. This sun that Emily drew and then we made into stickers and put on our merch, YouTube merch shelf or whatever you call it, shop, is super helpful because it's like right there reminding me, you know. Let's grab a little brown. And that's okay, I'm picking up the chalk pastel because I want it darker down there anyway.
I'll definitely have the fishy stocking done before Christmas.
Emily's making a fish stocking for my new cat, Wally. It's so cute. She made, I have a metal goose. Is it 2 feet high, Em?
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah.
It's a metal white goose that goes on a back patio kind of thing. It's really cute. Emily made a little hat, a winter hat and scarf for it. It just makes me laugh. I just laugh now. It makes me laugh when I think about it. It's so adorable. She comes over here. You've got to have this now.
Yeah, I was going to give it to you for your birthday.
So cute.
It's like, we're not waiting.
You know what? I haven't thought about getting Wally a Christmas present. I suppose I should.
Oh, yeah.
It's Professor Walter is his government name.
Professor Walnut.
Oh, yeah, I said Walter. Professor Walnut, I don't even know his name. So when the vet
We
calls
just
you
call
back-
him literally everything.
Yeah. I've been calling him Sir Wally today. But so when the vet calls me back and after his checkup, and so then the vet says, I'm calling about Professor Walnut.
See, that's why it needed the professor, the sir in it.
Yeah. Well,
Did they laugh?
Emily named him, but I really liked Wally. I didn't, Walnut's fine, but I really like Wally. I mean, actually, Walnut's cute, not just fine. But, oh, God, that was worth it
Yeah.
when the vet called.
Did she laugh?
He
laughed. Oh, did he laugh?
Yeah, no, he's very serious.
Oh, he was very serious about Professor Walnut.
Yeah, and I started laughing, and so then I had to explain, well, my daughter named him, so you would have to say that. Okay. Oh, it is almost. I might get some white on these. Here, I'm going to look at so they can dry, and then we can paint them red. I think this is going to be smart, especially as I get down over the darker colors. I ended up making this one a little more different than I planned on. Let's do this.
Like, imagine someone naming a dog, like, Office or something, and then the vet has to, like, call that out. Or, if your dog gets out and someone calls about, like, the chip, they scan the chip, and we're calling about Officer somebody, and we have him.
It's only so funny. It makes I love the name. Thank you, Em. I don't know if I sound like I love the name. I love Wally. I love Professor
name
Walnut.
options. Yeah.
He has a white mustache, black chin, so it's a very much a white mustache. The triangle on his chest is quite small. Not really small, but it
His
looks...
tuxedo is buttoned up.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Thank you. He's a tuxedo cat.
He's sweet.
Although you surprised him, so he went hiding. Probably because that's the first time someone's come here since when he's upstairs. I think I'm going to lighten that. If you want an edge, just have the contrast. Kind of the... So now that I've made these decisions, this is quite relaxing for me.
It's technically thank you break time while you just got relaxed.
Yeah, no, I said I was going to paint these white so they could dry.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah.
That's okay. Or paint them brown and white. Actually, this could be a really pretty painting if it was really muted and just brown and white. You know? My nose is right next to my phone. I feel like they can hear me heavy breathing. So one thing I'm thinking is there might be a little bit of glow down here. Might not be. I might paint it out. A lot of times I do little things and I paint it out.
Susie says, is he a kitten? Hope he joins us soon.
He's 3 years
3.
old.
He's a man.
And we don't know exactly. Emily went with me and we adopted him from our Humane Society. Gosh, is that a nice Humane Society? So he came in at 3 years old, but we don't know.
He kind of remained 3 years old
Yeah.
for quite a while.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking he's 1 year younger than the calendar year. So in January, I'm going to say he's 4.
That's smart.
Just so I can remember. I kind of don't like that, and I don't think I need to worry about it, but I still fuss anyway. Just make it a little more angular, a little more.
Susie says, "Aw, that's how I got mine."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said it in the last live, but we've never lasted long without a kitty because you just feel the void, you know?
Yeah, I miss Freckles a ton, but it's so nice, because I was looking for Freckles, it's just nice to have company in the house. Yeah, it's interesting to be excited about a new cat and grieve your old cat, but I've done that before. I know what that's like.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we had a new kitty, though.
Long time. Freckles was 18.
She was an old lady. Susie says, same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something, I don't know. There's something about Chase's parents were the same way. They lost their family dog, she was really young. She was only 4.
Oh, that's so hard.
And, his mom would be I'm just, waiting for her to, come to the door when I come home. So she was ready to get a new pup.
So one reason I like the white chalk pastels up here, I really don't want the gray. It's not the worst thing in the world. No, and if someone wants to take a long time for the grieving, I get that too.
Oh, yeah.
Not, everybody's different. And, I'm not looking at photos of Freckles as much because I'm like, oh, We don't have to talk about that. It is fun. He's my first boy cat. I've only had.
Oh, he's the first boy cat in the family.
He's my third cat. Yeah,
Well,
he's the first boy cat. Yeah.
I guess our nuclear family, because Chase's family has a boy kitty. He's very sweet. His name's Bear, and he's very bear-like. He just lays on. What's funny? Oh my gosh! So, similar to our girls, he likes some table foods. The girls eat most. Bang will eat anything, but he likes some table foods, and most of it's just meats. And he'll sit. Whoever he thinks is the most easy to get to, they have a bench at their dining table. And so it's really whoever's sitting closest to the bench or is sitting on the bench. He sits next to you because he obviously can. It's a bench. And he just he taps your forearm as you're eating. So I'm eating with my right hand and he's on my left. And so he just taps my left forearm for an extra bite. It's so
cute.
silly. And he lays on you. It's not so much. He does it a lot now, but it was kind of when Chase and I first started dating, it was I realized it was a job of the family. If somebody was being laid on by Bear, then it's they can't get up to go get themselves more water. Or what, Bear's on me, can you grab this for me? It's being his personal bed was a job.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, and I love dogs, but I wouldn't take the time to walk them, and they need it.
Oh, in the winter. Yeah, in the winter too.
Especially in the winter, but even I'm I have a I mean, maybe when I retire, but
I like the setup Chase and I have, which is we get to go, like I get to go be buddies with Chase's parents' dog and
Yes.
play with her, and I can get her things. But then also, yeah, like I'm not picking up poop from our backyard or,
Yep.
you know, Mark's freezing and trying to take her for a walk at night or something to
Yep,
wear
you're
her
like
out.
a grandparent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get a dog, Em, so I can just come visit.
We get the dog.
Well, I don't have a big enough yard. Well, for a little dog, I do, but I could also see. I mean, I don't know if Wally would do it, but I could see a cat beating up on a little dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, pets are great. We did a post, or I guess I did a post in the Annie Troe Art Friends Facebook group where you could post pet portraits or photos of your pets.
Oh,
And I haven't done it in a long time. It was really fun to see.
I should go
everybody's.
poke and look at that.
You can go post your pets.
Yeah, and put.
I posted
Mang and
Wally
Mai.
under one, I can't think of her name right now. I apologize. One person's post because they had a female tuxedo cat
Oh.
that passed in June.
Oh. So
I'm like,
fancy.
oh, look at my cat. They could be her. Oh, her cat had green eyes.
Ooh.
Very pretty. I'm going kind of slow because I think I'm talking.
Take a look.
That looks like a rose to me. I might muck with that.
Yeah. Maybe when you add the color, it'll feel less.
It'll be better.
I guess roses are red, but let's see. Annie Troe Art Friends. We have 834 members.
I know. Isn't that fun?
Mm-hmm.
And it had no. I mean, it didn't. I mean, the pet portraits had stuff to do with art, but we have some members that don't do much art. I don't think. So it's kind of nice for them to participate too. But gosh, it was a cuteness overload. I thought it was really fun.
Oh my gosh, I didn't see the third. Jody posted one, and I only saw the two dogs that are begging for popcorn.
Popcorn.
But there's a third in between the ottoman.
Yeah. Yeah, Jody's one of the ones that does. I don't think.
So
I
funny.
might be wrong, but I don't think she paints much. That might be okay. I just don't like it right now.
Ooh, there's a Lassie dog.
Oh, they're so cutie pies.
Cute. Oh,
The portraits are fun.
my
I'm switching my paper towels because when I talk and paint, I tend to clean my brush way more than I need, and it gets soggy on my little. I have a 3-shelf cart to my right on wheels. Okay, I'm gonna take a minute here. Oh, you know what? Oh, no, I do have it. Excuse me. So I want to thank someone. I think it's Yulee, Florida. They purchased a Loud and Proud Carolina bird painting print. They got an 8x8 canvas. So thank you. Thank you so much for supporting my art. And then I want to thank Margaret L. For sending, I'm reading this backwards. I want to thank Margaret L. for sending money through PayPal. Thank you. And I should have read this one earlier. Someone from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin bought a bumblebee puzzle.
Oh.
It's I don't know how to say this so it's smooth and short. So I have a print store. Here, maybe that's how I should do it. It's anne-tro.pixels.com. The link is in the video's description or one of my other videos' descriptions. It's my own sort of site, but it's on Fine Art America. That's the major company. Anyway, thank you guys for supporting my art.
Awesome. Cool.
Okay, so these should be dry enough. Let's see what happens here.
There's lots of pet portraits, which I like.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. I'm glad I added that because I'm like, oh shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
People probably paint their animals.
Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, I might add a little white. This is kind of a red-orange.
So cute.
Oh yeah, I think that really helps. Because the blue underneath it would mute it down.
Oh. There is Cindy C posted. It might be a Pomeranian or a smaller dog. He looks kind of like a Pomeranian. But in And he has like a suit on, a Christmas suit, and he's sitting like such a man.
No, that reminds me. I mean, I never saw the cat, but when my mom was a kid, they had 2 cats that lived in the unattached garage, which I suppose it was warm enough in the winter. Anyway, her cat would let her dress her up in doll clothes and wheel it around in a doll carriage. I'm like, what was wrong with that cat?
Well, I think Bear would let that happen.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's just I've never had a cat that was that laid back.
Yeah, and I don't think Mang would really let it, but I think if Chase put her in like a t-shirt, she wouldn't put up a fight.
Oh, I suppose.
You know, she'd just groan the whole way.
I can't believe it. When it was, I wish I had that doll carriage. It was a cute it was old even for my mom. Mm-hmm. Buggy, I don't know how to describe it. It was a little baby doll carriage, but it was, I don't know, kind of had buggy vibes. Mm-hmm.
Have I seen it before?
1910 by 18 something vibes.
Have I seen it before?
No,
oh, okay.
It went to my aunt's house.
Oh yeah, I thought I've seen it there.
Oh, maybe you have when you were young.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Because I can picture one there.
Oh, maybe you have. I forget that you know. I think this is probably going to be definitely worth it. Probably definitely.
And I know I do that all the time. Oh, also something Chase and I were talking about was like regional lingo, and I think one is like yeah, no, or no, yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
And I think I've heard that. I heard that online somewhere that's like a more Midwestern thing. It may not be, and maybe someone was just saying that. But I say that all the time. No, yeah, no, no, yeah, yeah, no, no, yeah, and they're like so interchangeable.
Oh, I have such
yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. That's also one. Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, because you're saying yes, but like it's no problem.
Yeah, it's yes, it's no problem, or
yeah.
No, yeah, like that's like no, unfortunately, yes.
Oh, I have the Midwestern goodbye big time.
Oh yeah, we do that every time we're on the phone.
I do it every time, and then I think of something and I ask you a question. So if you want to paint looser, use a bigger brush. So this is kind of loose for me. I'm into that peachy again. I did that on the snowman. It didn't turn out looking as peachy when I was done.
I know it's like called a Midwestern goodbye, but I have a hard time like not believing that that's just like a chatty Cathy's goodbye. You know, like that's got to be everywhere. Like I
don't know.
You kind of say a half goodbye, like, oh, we should head out. But then you like get up off the couch and then you stand there and talk for like 10, 15 minutes. And then you like, okay, we gotta go. And you move your way to the door and they follow you. And like, I feel like, I mean, maybe it is.
Graham and Gramps' house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then you gotta hug everyone goodbye.
Well, that started because I had you guys hug them. My family wasn't huggers. But they loved that.
Susie says, the young folks around here say, yeah, really, real fast for yes. Where did that come from?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to grab a little white. I'm trying to remember to bring my palette up. Just playing. I don't know if I'm going to like that, but I'm sneaking up on my values and my color.
I feel like if there was a misunderstanding and then finally they understood, I could totally see me going, yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
That's funny. Sometimes what can be kind of neat, I don't mean to cut you off, it just popped in my head here, is you can leave, like I'm going to exaggerate, leave a white edge for like a bit of like maybe the petal is curving. Can be kind of fun. Oh gosh, and I'm still thinking about the yeah-yes. Mm-hmm. How do I know when to add water? I was just thinking I might want to add a little water because my paint's kind of dry. But if you want dry brushing, like I don't know if you can see that, but you can see like the little canvas specks. You don't want your brush to be as wet.
Oh, Vivian. Oh, is that Canadian? Vivian gave $13.99 Canadian. I think a super chat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so
you.
much. I'm going to open up the stream, maybe. Thank you. I can see it. Here, I'm going to throw. I can throw hearts.
That's cute.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I need to buy cat food.
I thought you were going to be like, I need yellow paint.
No, actually, I do. Anything I shouldn't have joked. Any donations, any support, I buy paint, canvases, occasionally brushes. I tend to use my brushes till they're really in bad shape. So I really appreciate it. So this might be too light, but I'm gonna. So what I would do, excuse me, I've got Hunchin. Oh, I thought of it earlier today to get my computer. Emily, go get my computer glasses, would you?
Oh, your computer glasses. I was like, I can't get your computer. That's too big.
So I'm going to put a lighter edge here. It's too light. But I'm doing an interesting hunch and head back tilt because I have progressive lenses. Normally I might stop the video if I'm doing a time-lapse video on YouTube and then just put it in my lap and paint it. I thought of it like, I don't know how many times. Thank you. I'm going to switch. I think I have my rainbows. No, because I might want them back. Oh my gosh. Everything's in focus.
Better.
I think it's better.
Better. Cool.
I was wondering if it'd be too close. You know, because it's set up for 3 feet about. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I have to remember to do that. I'm still kind of doing the hunch thing, though. What am I thinking? I'm not really thinking. I think it's okay. I think I was trying to smooth it.
I just read a comment about someone that took on a commission. I'm still in the like pets.
Oh, you're on the Annie Troe.
Yeah, the Annie Troe, our friends group.
Facebook group.
The post about the pets. 6 chihuahuas in one painting.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of work. I don't know if I need to worry about that.
Cute.
You know, I could keep it looser.
So cute. Oh.
So in the Facebook group, no pressure to join. It's just people like want to send me what they're working on, or they did. Well, one person just asked when we were going to set one up, and I just did it the same day.
Yeah.
Like if you send me a Facebook message, the odds are I won't see it. I get spammed a lot in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we just set it up so you can show work in there. There's no pressure to join. If you do, we have questions just to tell that you're human. You don't have to actually know the answers. You could just say, you know, watch Annie on YouTube or...
Yeah, even saying no to a couple helps.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't... Yeah.
So I tend to if you don't say anything, I tend to let someone sit until I'm like, okay, I'll see how unlocked their profile is and if they're real.
Yeah. And it does say, even in the questions, we just need to know you're human.
Yeah.
Or we just want to know you're human just to try and nip it in the bud. I'm overthinking this. Maybe I just need to move on. As I keep painting it.
There is a... Oh, so cute. Him too. He's like, there's a 2 kitties one. And I have the exact same photo of Mango looking at Maya, like ears like slightly turned back, like just staring her down. It looks like this kitty is a cute black nose. I don't know if it would be a full tuxedo because it's really just a black and white kitty with a black nose and a little lick. The tongue's sticking out. Made a lick. And then he's got an orange friend that's gripping the sofa. So cute.
Okay, I need to just move on and figure out what I'm doing here, and then I'm not doing it.
So cute.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. I don't know what gave me the idea or what spurred me to. Oops. I don't know if that would actually be light there, but sometimes I'm thinking value. That's what I'm thinking now, and sometimes I'm thinking color. Sometimes I'm talking about the cute pets. Goodness, I just got a mess going. A mess of wet. I do have a rag too that I use. It's an old dishcloth for wiping off like my palette knife or a brush. I don't always, just to try to be a little, I don't know if it's eco-friendly. Use fewer paper towels. Kind of bounce around. Usually during the live I can't. I just have enough things on my brain where I can't, for some reason, remember to use the rag. Mm-hmm. Okay, something's bugging me. Sometimes, like, coming back and putting in a bigger stroke. You know what might be bugging me is I just want the black. All right, move on. How many times have I said that?
Move on.
So I can see some chalk pastel, I think. Yeah. I could wash it off also. If I'm careful, the paint's not going to be here. Well, no, I don't want to show you. I was going to show you that I could wake this up, but I also don't want a light spot. I'm going to grab a little white. Are poppies? I don't think poppies are always red. I think there's yellow poppies.
I agree. I think that's a thing.
I don't know if there's peach poppies.
I already decided, which I've talked about before, that I do the chalkboard wall, which is like 7 feet by 9 feet, at the gym I go to. Mm-hmm. And for January, I'm going to do New Year, New Mems, because it could be like new memories or new members. Oh. And I thought that was clever.
So I better go, oh, you're so smart.
I'm so smart.
You're so smarticle. That sounds fun. I think for my next chalkboard, those videos don't do as well on YouTube, but I sure have fun playing. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do a snowman. The last one for the first time, tried chalkboard markers. That was fun.
Did you like them?
I do, but not, like, I want them to do, I want both. I want the chalkboard to be able to take layers of chalk.
See, okay, I kind of wonder. So I had that issue too on like the bottom of the board, because I did like the Grinch hand holding the ornament, and I did the gym's logo and the ornament, and then what did I say? I said that does not matter. Anyway, on the bottom I did a snowman and some snow, and because nothing really gets put down there, the snow wasn't taking so well to the board, and I couldn't smear. I could add some layers.
Yeah, you smear and it wipes it off.
Yes. So
that's
I think you just need, and I think that's because they never would put anything down there. So it's not cured, what's primed or whatever.
Primed, yeah.
It just hasn't had layers and layers and layers and layers of chalk.
Well, and I did do that before I even put the chalk on it. Mm-hmm. But it was only one.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah, and I mean, I've put chalk down there before, and that's when I was complaining about the sand in the water. That took me forever to do, like, during the summer. But I thought it was me, and I think it was totally because they never put anything down there that low.
Interesting.
Because they never really did anything that sassy, and it just hasn't been used. So the chalk wall part.
Smoother.
Does that make any sense? Yeah, like it's not, because there's texture to the wall, and I thought that was the thing that was like helpful. I think it's just the using that spot consistently helps it.
Because the chalk wall in your old bedroom at the old house, it was the texture of the wall that really helped. Because I had better layering right away with that. But I think you're right. So yeah, I want the chalk to be able to layer more. And then I really liked the markers. Boy, I'm not liking this. And I keep trying to make it better. The markers had nice, rich color. And I could layer some, or like, but I couldn't blend that I could figure out yet. I bet you I could blend like in a little cup. Like kind of really like what I'm doing here. I'm almost more layering than wet on wet.
Yeah.
And then blend. Put a little paint in a cup and mix. A little chalkboard paint.
Did you say you're not liking it yet?
Liking this flower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Vivian says, your painting is already so beautiful. I love how you are blending.
See, you guys need to come to work with me all the time, 24/7. I don't work that much. Oh, and my knee is caught.
No.
Oh, thank you. I know enough to like just leave it alone, keep going. Like I like this better already. I'm not so attached to it now that I don't like this one. But I don't know if it happens to everybody. It happens to me. But I think it's super normal. Like, oh, and then you keep trying to fix and fix. It's kind of like a relationship. It really doesn't work to keep trying to fix it. You just kind of irritate the other person. That's what I do in my paintings. I pretty much irritate my paintings. Irritate myself.
You irritate your paintings into submission.
I do. It just doesn't work. It's like come back to it later and discuss it again.
Yeah, no one's hearing.
Calm down.
Yeah, your painting isn't hearing you anymore.
It isn't hearing me anymore. I don't think that's a bad analogy, really. Really, I'm not hearing me.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but
know?
we'll say the painting isn't hearing you.
That's funny. And actually, I like these little white bits. I sometimes like little happy accents. I should switch brushes. As long as I keep it wet, then I wouldn't be. But I kind of like the little. Well, it's not really there. We'll just leave it. I'm a little bit, a longer handle brush would be better. I could sit up straighter. I don't have very many long handle ones. That's what I should buy with support money.
What? A long handle brush?
Some long handle, brushes so I can sit back and sit up straighter. Some of it has to do with the video angle too, though.
Or some yellow paint.
I'm liking painting white underneath. Even though it's not that white, it's helping. And I am painting looser. Oh, speaking of painting looser. Oh, you know what? That's okay. I think I'm just, you also get, sorry guys, I want to be clear and then I overthink it. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I just get too attached to like a little spot or a little area, and it's really good. It's really okay, if that makes sense. I think I've said it. I was so thrilled. Someone said she was a high school art teacher, recently retired. I told Emily this already. Watched one of my videos and thought I was so calm and easygoing and such a good teacher, and I explained it well. I'm like, I felt like going, who's she talking about? But it was so nice. I'm like, oh, and I thanked her because I'm like, oh, because I worry about that so much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna the other O's. I wanted to show you a painting I just finished today that's coming up. Oh, see, I don't know if that was a good idea.
Well, yeah, I was
I think I just made a bad decision.
Last Thursday I had dinner with some friends, and they had wanted to like embroider names on I've seen a trend online, like you get a little kid a chunky knit sweater and then you just use yarn and you like embroider the name. It's really a chain stitch is the one I've seen the most. Is you do a chain stitch.
I actually know what that is.
And yeah, and you basically stitch their name onto the thing. Anyway, they wanted to do that with stockings. And but they're like, oh, Emily's just gonna teach us, it'll be fine, you know.
Oh well.
And instead of, and I mean, really, I just watched a video and then taught them, and they're like, that was so much better than the video. You explained it so much better and I was like, really? That's all I did was, all I think I did was give it a sassy term. Like I said, you jog and then you go back. You jog and then you go back.
Oh, that's yeah, something like that. Yeah, if it's everywhere, it's nowhere. It's that kind of thing where it sticks in your head.
Instead of just like, all the lady said was like, to make the loop, you go back down through the previous stitch and then you move forward,
I'm just trying to fill up the canvas a little bit. That's why I'm mucking with this.
But I felt I was very you in that moment and very wordy about it. And they were like, no.
Yeah.
It was so easy.
Well, that's fun. That's nice that it worked out.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to do something. Show the other painting. Let's let those dry. The peachy's fun. We can always go more red. Well, and I think what I'll like better too is when I put the black or the purple. We'll do purple. Oh, it's the center. Oh, you can't see down there. It's the center showing through the petals. Here, I'll just grab another brush. This is maybe a 1/2-inch flat brush. It came in a pack from Michael's. Oh, I gotta mix purple. I could use black, but that's probably too much. Phthalo blues are really strong. Oh, I think those might be Wally hairs. They're awfully short. Okay. Yeah, although when I photograph my paintings, I'll look for some of the fibers and hairs and Photoshop them out. I really shouldn't, because that'd be how you might be one way you authenticate it's an original. But yeah, all my paintings have a fuzz in them or brush hair or. Oh, that's a dark purple.
Your hair, my hair.
I still had too much phthalo.
My hair's probably too long. You would catch that.
Oh, I miss you terribly, but I don't miss all your long hair in the laundry.
Or the vacuum.
Or the vacuum, because it tangles the vacuum.
Well, I'm just like, I turn, our vacuum isn't like spinning as well. And then all of a sudden I just like flip it upside down. And the roller brush just looks like a whole head of my hair. Like it's like my hair color, clear as day. Just like all the way wrapped around. It's like I have to cut it out.
So I just scooped some of that purple off because it was so dark. And more blue than I wanted. Now we're getting into purple. I'm always amazed that the phthalo blue green shade makes a pretty purple. Just based on the name, I would think, I could still, well, you can kind of see the purple color there. I think that's good. Purple. Purple.
I have the front done.
Oh, I'll look in a second.
Well, I guess not quite done, but I have like the front main square stitched all together. I have to put the little tail fins on it.
So I'm looking at my previous painting that I flashed at the beginning. If it's not Party Poppies, the title's close to that. I'm not sure how I want to do it. Maybe like that. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I'll put in some blacks too.
Purple. That's cute.
There, that helps. It helps me like it better. I don't like this brush. Some of them are thicker than others. And I want a lot of times I'll use a cheap thin brush because I can get an easy thin line. Although this is a cheap thicker brush. All right, was I supposed to look at something? Oh, and I wanted to show the other painting I keep teasing and forgetting about. Oh, that's so cute. It's going to be a fish stocking for Sir Wally. Okay. Now I see something I kind of want to do. And I really should leave it. I'm going to leave it. Even though it's a rough, messy line right there. Okay. Where's the painting? I don't remember the point I was going to make about it anymore, though. It's been too long. So this is an upcoming video. Should post Friday, December 20th. It has gel gloss on it, so in case I get paint on it when I handle it, like I just hit my other canvas. I don't remember what the point was. Oh, it's loose. I'm painting more loose. That was the point. Isn't that cute?
So cute.
Yeah.
I love the touches of the berry color.
Well, in the reference photo, he's sitting on like green succulents, or she. So I sort of followed the reference photos with the colors and everything. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys. I am working on, one of the things I've been working on is getting looser. Not because it's something you have to do or should do, because it challenges me. Just like if you go back and look at YouTube, I worked on values and color. And you just almost see me like all of a sudden I get it. Or get it better, in my opinion. Some people might not like it better. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, Umeko says, ooh, a bun. And then Susie says, love that painting heart emoji.
Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, the point of that was I'm looser. I'm just cleaning up some of the chalk pastel. Yeah, I kind of was like, what haven't I painted in a while? Usually I paint bunnies in the spring.
Mm-hmm. He's more winter bun though.
Yeah. But I'm like, oh, I haven't painted that many. We'll do one. Because I look at, I mean, even now, flowers, animals, some barns, some landscapes, bees. I mean, I just paint the same things. Chickens, a lot of chickens, a lot of cows. Which isn't bad. I enjoy those things. I wonder if I'd like this better if I make it, let's see, can I do it? How do I do it? Let's start, I'm going to start with a little brown, a little white. I have too much. I'm going to wipe my brush off on my paper towel. You know, I have a decent amount of paint that doesn't go on the painting. Just because I change my mind or I get too much in my brush. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's a helpful comment.
You also, I think you said before, but you clean your brush more.
Yeah, I do during
when
the
we're
lives.
live, yeah.
I wonder if I just kind of make it, instead of looking kind of down, we're going to make it, I can tell my brain doesn't want to talk when I'm, make it more to the side. I got the words out. Yeah, I do much better painting and talking. Oh, if you watch some of my early lives. Or maybe they're okay, but boy, did I have a headache when the live was done. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then if I grab some white, I'm still kind of hunching and I don't need to. What if I just kind of throw it, let's see, where should it go? Maybe like that. Grab some brown. Oops, I'm gonna wipe off my brush. Just grab some brown on the corner of my brush. I don't think that did anything, maybe. Still looks like a rose. You know, fixing it isn't always the answer. I don't know if that does anything. I might need your help, Em.
Okay.
I think it's still too rosy shape.
I think it's just because it's going to have a black center, correct?
Well, I was thinking about putting it down here now. Making it more side view rather than looking into it.
Oh. Oh, I see you. Yeah.
Here, I'll put some purple down here so you can see it. I think the dip is weird.
Yeah.
No, you know I'm not mad.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe once in a blue moon would you say I go, oh, or I wanted you just to agree with me.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even remember.
I think every once in a blue moon.
I don't really file it away, you know.
No, I don't either.
To resent you later about, you know.
I wouldn't ask if I didn't really. Most of the time I don't ask. Like, I don't want to know. All right, let's see. I'm going to grab a bigger brush. This is a 1-inch flat. Oh, what's nice, like especially for oil painting, you could scrape wet paint because it's got a nice chisel. You could do it if you're quick enough with acrylic. Maybe if I just bring it all.
It's like that one. Is that a Geico commercial? Oh, you got to be quicker than that. The guy that's like dangling the dollar.
Oh, maybe.
Is that a Geico commercial? It's
I
about
can't picture
insurance
it.
or something. And the guy's like, it's something about how somebody is going to make you, they're basically going to like nickel and dime you for everything and make you work for it. And so it's just this fisherman dangling $1 in front of somebody while they're trying to get it. And he's like, oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
Like the Mayhem guy?
It's not the Mayhem guy.
Oh,
It's some old man.
Maybe it's Liberty Mutual then.
Maybe it is. It could be Liberty Mutual.
With but usually they have the emu.
Oh yeah, the Lee-moo emu.
Oh yeah.
Lee-moo emu. It's on Hulu all the time. It's like every third, and Doug. It's like the third commercial on every time Chase and I watch Hulu.
There. Is that a smidgy better, or is it still just too bendy and I am in my brain about it?
Mm-hmm.
I need to take my advice. It's always easier to give advice than to actually listen to it and do it. That might be better. Do you have an opinion, Em?
I like it.
Just leave it, Mom.
Yeah.
Because now I need it to dry.
Umeko knows what I'm talking about, but not the company.
I don't know. Is that your stomach?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like a chihuahua growling.
I doubt the microphone. I let it in, you know. You should eat dinner before you come. Oh, I'm so hooked on the Dots pretzels, regular flavor. And then dipping it in the little guacamole cups.
Oh,
the
yeah.
onion, just the classic. So it's onion, tomato, garlic. I'm looking for, a small, just like grabbed everything. Smaller brush. Oops, that might have been the way. So yeah, I'm putzing and it's slow, but definitely okay to go slow if you want. Sometimes I feel like even when I watch YouTube artists, I'm like, wow, they got that. I bet they got that done so fast. Oh, that bunny painting took me 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually, even though it's looser, for me, so far, this will change as I get better and learn. For me to be loose, speeding up doesn't help me. Slow and deliberate helps me, which I think is backwards. Mm-hmm. Because in art school, they're always like, paint fast.
Yeah, I hated that.
You know, well, I didn't hate it, but
I hated it.
I was like, oh, you know, it might be kind of neat. Might get some glow if I just kind of put some yellow in there. See what happens when that dries. Okay, layers. I'm going to go back and work on the other two. How much time do I have? I need to get more done. This is going to be a two-parter. We won't have a live Christmas Day. That's a Wednesday, December 25th. And we won't have a live the following Wednesday.
Heck yeah.
We'll have 2 weeks off towards the end of December.
And then we'll be back.
Yeah, I'm talking too much. I have a headache.
Do you? Oh no.
It's okay. Shouldn't announce that. Okay, I'm not getting much. I want more flow. Speaking of insurance commercials.
I was just thinking that. I didn't know if you thought of it.
Yeah. It's a little water.
A little flow.
There, now that's more red. I think I want to go darker in here. I don't know if I have enough paint on my brush. Oh, I do. So now I'm thinking more values. I also like doing this because the color will be deeper and more rich. Richer? Grammar?
Richer.
Richer?
Richish? Richer. Rich.
which I like. Oh, I got a white blob of paint. I think we'll just leave it. It probably came from when I was working on that guy. I could mix up more deep red too if I wanted to be more efficient. So I'm grabbing a little quinacridone, grabbing a little bit of my reddish orange. Did you have a thought or?
No.
Okay.
I just thought I wouldn't need to pull more yarn, but I need more yarn.
Oh, you're just working on your, yeah. So what I'm thinking is leave some of the peach and see if I like it. We'll see if I actually accomplish that. I can always put it back in. I'm just filling up the canvas there a little bit. That's all that little dabbing was.
Did I leave a plastic bag of yarn scraps here?
Not that I've seen.
Okay, I lost it.
It could be like in my couch.
It could be in the couch.
Is this dry? Yeah, it's dry enough.
I had to start a new one.
Oh, I remember you showing it to me.
Yeah, that's why that was the last time I saw it.
Huh.
I just started new.
Don't cry, I'm alive. How much time do I have left?
15 minutes.
Okay. I need to be painting faster. I think what I'm probably
Paint
gonna
deliberately.
Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll probably work on some of this before the next live.
Okie dokie.
Some people like the real-time painting, but then when I do a big one, I can't always. I mean, I could make this. I could easily make. I don't know. I was gonna say I could make this a 4-parter. I could probably make it a 6-parter, depending on how much I get into it.
I think we could even do 7.
Yeah. Do I hear 8?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
I'm using a little yellow for a little sun glow. That's pretty. I like that. I just like mixing a little on the fly. It's never quite the same in any one spot, which I think is more interesting. I could also let it dry and just glaze it with yellow. Oh, did I say that here, you guys don't, if you don't want to say in the chat, you don't have to. But I was having a conversation with an artist. Can you make acrylic paintings look like oil paintings? I was thinking that looks like an oil painting. Maybe it doesn't, because I've got a lot of edges. But that was one of my goals with this one too. Which is in line with the loose.
The loose goose.
So I kind of lost my highlight. Oh, that's kind of yummy.
Susie says mini-series. Yeah, it's a neat. We could definitely do a whole HBO mini-series where like each episode is.
Oh, I didn't know what she was talking about. I'm there now. Go ahead.
Yeah, when they do like the. I was gonna say that is each episode's like 45 minutes, but you already do an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah. I like both the lives, and then my other videos are, I introduce it, I paint, I can pop in and chat. I put timestamps in the description if it's, I was going to say if it's new enough, but I don't know. I've been doing that at least a year. I don't know how long.
Mm-hmm.
I like both.
Just don't get mad if you don't see it, because that means it's too old of a video.
Yeah, it won't be in all of them. I kind of like the. So you can lighten with white or you can lighten with yellow and white. If it's now what's popping in my head is if it's everywhere, it's nowhere.
It's everywhere, it's nowhere.
Which means it's like, just stop. That's getting prettier.
Out.
I'm liking it better. And what's interesting, even if I don't like one of these flowers, by the time I load it up with all kinds of other stuff, I'll have forgotten my little tantrum or whatever it was.
I've come to the conclusion that if I can make anything out of just squares in crocheting, just a bunch of like granny squares or squares, I would much rather do that over following a pattern. And then just like sewing the squares together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's adorable.
Isn't that cute?
Do you want to flash
And then
it?
I'll stuff you can, yeah. And then I'll stuff his...
You better.
Oh, yeah, duh. And then I'll stuff the little fins, because they don't hold their shape so well. I'll probably wet it and maybe do a baby block of
So
it.
before you do that dot makes me really happy. I like that. Okay, Emily's making a little fish stocking. Do you want me to hold it maybe? Or is that in there?
He does have a pointy nose, but I'll stuff his feet his fins.
Oh, he's not all in there though.
I know.
And
then the opening will be these two squares, and then I fold over. Ooh.
Don't
like
the scary
I
stuff.
fold over the corners.
That'll be cute.
Yeah, I did a test one for Mango, and then I skipped over Maya and I went to Wally.
Wally came before one of Emily's cats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he likes you.
I like him.
But we made sure when we first brought him home, put him in a bathroom just to help get him settled. He doesn't have to get used to the whole house.
Mm-hmm.
Get used to the noises.
Yeah.
So Emily and I sat in the bathroom with him.
Oh, this is also very patchworky because the stocking I made you is patchworky.
I want to talk about my cat. She wants to talk about her.
No. Well, because I made Mango's. Mango's is a pink, salmony pink color. It's just one color. Whereas your stocking, I made it a bunch of patchworky colors. So I needed to do the same for Wally. So they match.
I may not put yellow on this one. Now this is overthinking it. But maybe keep the yellow and more intense ones in the center of the painting. I was gonna put it here. I could put it here.
Susie, I'm ignoring the chat. Susie says it does look like an. Wait, sorry. It does look like oil.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I thought so too, but then I was like, oh, some of that just has to do with oil. You tend to get softer strokes and softer edges. And I actually ended up with a lot of edges on that one. But the looser strokes, brush strokes help. Mm-hmm. More confident ones. I'm kind of messing with the values. Maybe I want to, maybe I should put in the dark. Put in the dark.
And then Susie says, so cute. About my fishy, thank you. And then I'll put a little X eyeball on it.
I want you to do the little round critters.
Oh,
I think they even come in kits.
Yeah, that is a kit. What are they called? Weebles?
Yeah, something like that. They're so cute. Well, I think Wally would like one for a toy.
Mm-hmm. They're the size of something he'd rabbit kick, usually.
Yeah. He could care less about that bear I got him.
And then Cabsy says, that would make a great live. Repaint and oil in acrylic and explain the difference.
Oh.
I find it hard to tell unless it's in the Dutch master's technique.
Oh, yeah, which I'm not that familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
David Jansen, I think, does a lot of that.
Mm.
I think I have his name right. So I put a little lighter purple there, which I like. I could. The difference is the materials, but I think you can paint. There's an oil painter I used to be in a gallery with who was a watercolor painter. That matters because she would paint in such thin layers of oil and so precise and neat edges, I would swear it's an acrylic painting. And she does a lot of it's the inside of a candy machine. So you have
oh, I know who you're talking about.
Okay. Or she does a lot of local signage. It's all very neat.
Oh, it's so detailed.
And clean. It's an oil painting. Mm-hmm. So you can do either with both.
It's insane.
It's just people just don't generally think of it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's insane. It's she'd be great. I told her she should license puzzles, and she's looked at me. I'm like, your paintings are perfect for puzzles.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't have to. She doesn't want to, of course. But.
They would be, though.
So
Oh
what's
my gosh.
better is just, oh, sorry, honey.
No.
So what's better is, for me, I like acrylic because it dries fast. I can photograph it. Like, almost everything's dry but that light purple spot, dry enough. I can take it outside and photograph it, send it, touch it up in Photoshop, send it to my agent. Whereas an oil painting, I'm going to want it to at least dry down enough to get the sheen off of it. Or I might want it to dry down overnight so it can handle more layers. I like the speed of acrylics. I like the cleanup of acrylics, but there are water-soluble oils, which I have not used. I think they'd probably be pretty cool. I also didn't want to deal with the chemicals with oils, and you need to be careful about ventilation and fires and rags and things combusting. But I don't know if that's as big a problem as it used to be. Other than that, you use whichever you like. Some people really like that it stays wet a long time, and for them it's easier to blend. I don't find that a problem, but I get it. It's totally up to you. I don't know. I remember a question where I got on a soapbox, or like what would be good for a video. And Emily's thinking about something else.
Oh, what?
I don't remember her comment anymore.
Oh, that would make a great live. Repaint in oil and acrylic and explain the difference.
Oh, yeah. It's mostly just the material, but I could do that.
I find it hard to tell the difference unless...
Oh, you can't. It's hard.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't think you can't. You could, get a chemist or sample it and poke it. Although the oil eventually dries hard. I don't know, because I think acrylics have been around since the 1950s, maybe. They're a polymer to me. I'm not a paint chemist. David Jansen would probably know on YouTube. He's a paint chemist that paints. I would think that an acrylic painting's going to last forever, kind of like a plastic bag in a landfill. But the canvas background, the wood structures are going to go before the paint. Whereas an oil painting is biodegradable. And I know it's what the old masters used, but they didn't have acrylics till the 50s. Plastics. So I'm speaking out of just what I'm assuming. I don't actually know. But I would think an acrylic painting is much more archival. Especially because I seal mine. I'll put a gel gloss layer on it because I think it gives the color more depth. A little bit more light can bounce through the color. I need to leave that alone while I'm talking. And then I put a satin UV varnish on it. That's permanent. Only permanent just because it's easy and it's easy to clean up and no smell. Oh, I forgot where I was going with that.
Archival.
Yeah.
I miss the smell of the other stuff.
Yeah.
You do it in the garage in the winter.
Yeah. Well, at least I wouldn't have bugs or wind, but the garage door was shut.
Yeah.
So, oh, no, I don't.
I loved this.
Plus, I don't, I can just do it in my studio. I don't have to haul it out to the garage even.
Cold garage.
Yeah. No, if you like oils, I think they're amazing. I tend to like oil and pastel painters because it's very loose and impressionistic. All right, that was definitely soapboxy. Every artist is going to tell you something different too, which can be just like, oh, after a while, it's like, how many opinions? I don't want that many opinions. It's too many. Okay, what time is it?
7:29.
Oh, and I didn't start my timer. So we should quit here.
Okay.
But I'm going to put on some red.
Okay, I'll finish my little square. I only have...
I didn't plan on being so chatty tonight.
Yeah, we should have been dead silent.
No. No, I like having everybody come to work with me. I work most evenings.
Everyone, shh, 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 so she can paint.
Yeah, no. No, and I'm not a night owl, but I'd rather sleep till 8 a.m.,
Yeah,
So
I feel like oh, sorry, no, you go.
I was just saying, I'm just thinking brushstroke direction.
I feel like I have a witching hour where, like, if I'm doing something and it's like starts to like if I work past, if I kind of like, oh, I'll just kind of poke at that a little bit, and I do something like after 10:30, like it just like I can do it 5 times faster for some reason.
Oh, interesting.
You know, like if I'm trying to map out the crochet or something, or if I'm trying to, like the website that I'm putting together, I feel like I did a good chunk of it from like 10:30 to midnight, and I got so much done. It's like a witching hour where I just
It works for
thrive.
you.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe like everything's settled in the house. Because I used to do that when you kids were little. I would work after you guys went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Had a graphic design business.
Umeko says no fun allowed while painting.
Yeah.
And Cabsy says, what is gel glass? But
Gel
I assume
gloss.
gloss. I assume they
probably
meant
said,
gloss.
yeah, I probably, who knows what I said.
I think you said gel gloss.
It's just Liquitex. I could have Emily grab it unless she's in the middle of something.
Yeah.
So on my white shells, it should be towards the front left.
Front left.
Gel gloss. It's round, jarish.
Oh, gel gloss right here, literally.
Okay, front left.
Well, it's in the middle.
Oh, I put it in the wrong spot.
Yeah. There is structure gel, which is front left.
No, I went gel gloss.
Yeah.
So a guy on Jerry's Artorama YouTube channel, I don't know how many years ago, he was some sort of guest artist or something. Oh, you're showing. Thanks. Said that I think he was talking about acrylic paintings, but gosh, it's been so long I can't remember. He said that when his paintings were dry, I usually just do it next day. I've done it, like I do a painting in the morning. I did this one after an hour after I finished painting it. You just have to be careful you don't wake up the paint below. He said that he felt that if you put the gel gloss on it, that it would give the painting more depth. And so then when this is dry, the gel gloss, and I'll put a satin UV varnish on it. And I don't know if it does, but I like the look. Plus, if someone tries to take off my permanent varnish, because some people use some artists use removable varnish, this will help protect my painting from them trying to get the varnish off.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But I mostly do it because I think I get a little more depth of color.
I agree. It does do that.
In my
opinion.
I think it does.
It's not the be-all, end-all, but...
No, you don't have to do it. Some people just put a couple layers of varnish on it. It would be, if you're using removable varnish, then I would definitely put a gel gloss layer on it. Or you could put matte. I think the gel just makes more sense in my brain. Because then when you do remove the varnish, it'll protect your painting. It actually is, it's called an isolation layer. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, was there something?
Oh, just Marty said, have a great life, have a great week, heart emoji.
Oh, thanks, Marty. See you later. So to speak. I don't really see you guys in person.
Digitally.
See you digitally.
See you digitally.
Virtual hug. Yeah, I'm going to work on this. I think I will work on the bigger flowers, and then we'll work on little ones and leaves next live. I keep wanting to pick that off, and I really don't need to. It's just a blob of white paint.
Cabsy says, got it, thanks.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I over-explained. I think I do better during the other videos where I time lapse and pop in and chat because I'm in one mode mostly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I followed it.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind if someone asks again and again because sometimes I just don't get it. So I'm going to do like a little just horizontal stroke. And I probably shouldn't have brought it all the way across. Well, here we can do this. Grab a little white. Oh, I don't know if that was in frame. So I thought I would get way more done.
Whoa.
So no matter what, I don't think you ever stop learning, which used to be a local commercial here.
I never want to stop learning.
This is for a community college. Just because you keep, you know, with every painting you make little mistakes, or you just like, oh, I like how I did that, so I want to do that again, and you do it in the next painting. I just don't think it ever ends. There's always ways to challenge yourself. Well, like me in the little chalk videos, and it's good for me. Problem solve, how do I do what I want to do with it? And it would be more efficient if I used, like, painted all the peachy on these. Instead of doing one flower at a time, be a little bit more efficient with my color. It's a little sticky, but I'm glazing some yellow. Like the sun is coming through it. I'm going to put a little brown. Boy, overall the computer glasses are better. I'm still hunching. I just need to remember. Only took me how many lives?
A lot.
Gosh, I should even do it when I'm not streaming, just in general. Yeah, this flower needs a little more TLC. But I may see if I can get at least one layer on it and then call it sort of good for tonight. Yeah, but it's not like I have these expert brush strokes going right now. A lot of times, like with the rabbit, I had some pretty good brush strokes going, but then I came back and put in a confident one. And put in a confident one, you know, just to, I don't know, make it look more confident. I guess we'll use that word again. It's not like you have to get it right the first time. Were you snickering? Not snickering, but chuckling.
Yeah, at your confident.
Am I confident? Yeah, I repeat the same word.
It's like they were like, well, I'm just going to use it again.
Oh, that's kind of nice. I need to do that elsewhere. Just kind of a messy, blobby highlight. I also tend to loosen up after a bit. Get a little less fussy with it. Whoops. Mostly I'm just looking for contrast. But I think that sort of works. So where do I want it? Maybe here. Oh, so I had a dirty brush, which I knew, but I thought I could get away with it. So it's still dirty. I'm going to grab some black. There. That's too fussy, so I'm going to kind of make the brush strokes bigger. Okay, I think we'll call it quits. I'll work on the other large flowers. Oh, Emily, we don't have to quit right now. Do you need a few more minutes?
I'd like a minute. I just have to finish this little row.
Oh, I can keep going for a while.
Like a literal minute.
Okay. That's a pretty purple. I have too much water. I'm going to wipe my brush off on a rag because my paper towel's pretty wet. I wonder if I have rust underneath the layers of paper towels on my cart.
Okay.
I wonder if I do.
I'm away.
Oh, that's a pretty little mark. I kind of want to lighten this one up just so it shows. That's the fun stuff where you go back and like, ooh, that turned out well. That's going to need another layer. I probably should wait for it to dry. But I could also put it on a little thicker because it'll dry down. Okay, we'll work on stems and leaves and some buds next week.
Cute. Cute, 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 cute.
I'm just cleaning up my brush.
Oh, that's like the yes.
What?
To make a callback.
Oh, the cute, cute, cute.
I did cute, cute, cute.
I'm gonna open the chat up quick. Maybe. Oh, it glows much more on my iPad. Then I am 12 inches from it. Oh, I like it. I don't mind this guy so much. I'm just right on top of him.
Umeko says, if I don't make it next week, have a great December and holiday time. You too.
Yeah, happy holidays, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm gonna say it. I say it a lot. I couldn't be. Oh, here, I can hold him up.
Okay.
I couldn't be a full-time artist without all of you guys. It means the world to me. Great big, I can't do it, hold it. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.